Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
I recognize God in you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too.
God loves you and I love you too.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love.
Every walk of life, where every creed and color, in kinship we unite. It's in honor of the God in each other, so we come together.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Hey, lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. In the name of love.
Woo! Let's give a little bit more love to our music team. Good morning and welcome to Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to all of you here in our sanctuary and to everyone online. And if this is your first time here, you are lucky, lucky, lucky. You picked the right spot to be today. My name is Chris Schreiber and I'm a contributing member here at Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living, and it's my honor to host you here today. A couple of logistics. If you parked in our little mini skinny parking lot, we ask that you put one of these on your windshield with your name and your number if you blocked someone in so that they can call you if they want to leave. And if you wanted to stay and hang out for a good period of time after service, which we encourage, please put that on your windshield. If you have one of these, we ask that you take it out and put it on silence or turn it off and turn it back on, of course, at the end of service. Thank you. And welcome to you today. Woo. We have a new host this morning. Beautiful. As a community, we believe that love is the nature of who we really are. We come together. We come together to awaken, grow, and clear away those old stories and provide insights, tools, and deep care to create new ones. And we have many, many wise people here today to support you on that endeavor. Our speaker today is our very own Reverend Veronica Silva. Her talk title today is The Universe is Always Saying Yes. I can't wait for that. I'm very excited. Our music team, Melissa, Des, and Michael. Our practitioners today, we're going to hear from Gina Overholt in just a minute on platform. Gina, congratulations. On service support, we have Valerie Day. And pre-service, pre-service meditation was done by Carol Ann Perini. Our youth and family coordinator is Wenda Arcala, and she was supported today by Rachel Rosen. Our leadership council represented today, Uncle T. That's it. In the back, we have John and Matt dancing away, a little dancing. Nice, very nice. Our production coordinator today is Jesse Keeler. Hospitality is done by Floran, Dina, and Janie. Thank you. And our welcome team, thank you to our entire welcome team and to Janet Marish for your leadership. Thank you, Janet. Oh. The host group led by the fabulous Lorraine. So thank you, Lorraine. Our theme for 2026, cleaning up together. This year, we give ourselves permission to take an honest look at what needs attention in our hearts, in our habits, and in our community. Through conscious practice, we transform shadow into insight, resistance into willingness, and fear into freedom. Together, we rise. Please join me in speaking our affirmation for 2026. I courageously clean up old beliefs, patterns, and stories that no longer serve my highest good. I honor the sacred journey from mess to mastery, knowing that every step, muddy and miraculous, moves me toward greater clarity and truth. Like the lotus, I rise with grace, remembering I am supported, guided, and never alone on this path. And so it is. Gina, please come forward and light our candle and offer us an invocation. This light represents the light we are as a community.
Good morning. Do you love life? Yes. Are you happy to be here this morning? Yes. I welcome you and say that this service is love, is light, is truth, and all of it, every piece of it, everyone who's had a hand in shaping it, everything unfolds exactly as it is meant to. Everything is cleaned up. Everything is Science of Mind 101. And I bless this service as it unfolds, and I ask you to join with me in saying, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I've done this so many times, and I still sit there going, is it my turn? Is it my turn? Anyway. Just to remind you guys, I have the best seat in the house. So if you ever want to, volunteer and be a part of service, you get an opportunity to be up here and see these amazing, incredible congregants that we have. I am Tori Sina, and I am on the Leadership Council, and I'll be doing your announcements today. So, yep. And as a reminder, we show up here with extraordinary respect, compassion, accountability, and safety, and we don't say that enough and remind ourselves enough, but because of that, it makes our community so special and amazing. And moving on, if you would repeat with me, or not repeat, but whatever that means. Let's join me in our collaboration vision. So, through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and encourages a whole beloved community equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. And that's exactly what we've got here. And I'm going to go ahead and read our inclusion statement. We know all life is interconnected and sacred. We cultivate active care of the earth and honor all creation. We are committed to being a unified community where everyone is included and has equal access to actualize their full potential, regardless of race, color, religion, ethnicity, age, gender, identity, sexual orientation, background, physical or mental ability. And you will repeat with me. We live in loving, respectful coexistence with all. Love it. I love being a part of this community, man. It's so great. So the fun part, community announcements. First, we're going to start off with a wonderful class with Rev Veronica. It's the spiritual practices and principles. There has been a change. It's increased to 5 weeks since it's so fabulous, and we want to give you, for the same price, an opportunity to hang out with Rev V 1 extra week. So there you go. You're welcome. And just so you know, have you noticed that life is always better when you're in a class, like learning and growing? This Tuesday, starting January 13th, we'll begin our first class of 2026. It's Spiritual Practices and Principles, like I said. We have a correction to the class, like I said, and there's this bonus week, like I said. So, see, I read it ahead of time, and it messes me up because I forget what I already did. Okay, anyway, so go ahead and go online. You can go on the website or our newsletter. And also at the end of service, we have somebody here that will help you get signed up for the class if you have any questions about it. Okay? Oh, and by the way, last day for early bird. Thank you, Rev. It's $120 if you enroll today, $130 after today. So thank you, guys. Also, just to point out something about this class, since I am part of the membership committee, this is a class necessary if you want to become a member here. So please take a look. It's also a foundation class, which is important to have with Science of Mind. And if you're moving forward to be a practitioner possibly or a member of our community. So it's an important class, and it's going to be fabulous. And moving on. Hands of Renewal, the circle. This is the circle. And it is pleased to welcome Jen Lamar as our presenter in January. She will lead Hands of Renewal. It's a beautiful New Year intuitive painting, and somatic release experience happening Saturday, January 24th from 1:30 to 4:30 in the sanctuary. This is a gentle embodied workshop where we slow down, reflect on the year behind us, release what we're ready to let go, and intentionally step into the year ahead through guided reflection, somatic practices like breathing and grounding and intuitive painting. Participants will create 2 paintings, one representing release and one representing what they're choosing to nurture. So that sounds so great. No painting experience needed. Okay, is everybody happy about that? I am. Also, there's like no perfection. This is just to show up and be present and be on purpose. Early bird pricing for this is $40 until the 21st of January, and all materials are included, which is also wonderful. If you're craving clarity, creative expression, or a meaningful way to mark the new year, this is for you, and the more details and registration is available on our website. So reach out to the circle leader if you have any questions. Our amazing, beautiful Valerie Day, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody there and your creative side. And then our leadership council has a couple of thank yous, this is my favorite part. I want to thank Jesse Keeler for an amazing talk. He took us back to these basics of explaining the thing itself, which can be very confusing. So thank you for the amazing clarity. I love that. Terry Anderson, he's always helping with things behind the scenes. So you may not need to know the specifics, just know that this guy keeps this place going, okay? He keeps this place going. And then last but not least, I don't think that they get enough mention, is Lorraine Urbina for her commitment and awesome style and humor she brings to everything she touches. Would you agree? Yeah, she really holds down the fort. So thank you, folks, for this opportunity. Now we're going to go with our sacred silence. You're welcome.
now. With every breath I take, I'm letting go. Gonna let it fade away right here and right now. I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart right now. Adorable. Right here, right now. With every breath I take, I'm letting go. Gonna let it fade away right here and right now. I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and how my mind can turn and twist and spin, just begging for some peace. That's how I know it's time to go within, be still and just breathe. Right here and right now. With every breath I take, I'm letting go. Gonna let it fade away right here and right now. I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and with each breath I'll go deeper in this space and ground myself from the peace within this place. I can feel the love is flowing all around me, right here, right now. Yeah, I can feel the love, it's flowing all around me. Right here, right now.
Reverend Veronica's talk title today is The Universe is Always Saying Yes. The overall theme for this year is Back to Basics, Science of Mind 101, and then cleaning up is the theme for this year, which I really like. Last year was growing up, now we're cleaning up. I think it's just perfect, these themes. And I think of how I could certainly use a Science of Mind tune-up. So I'm struck right now by this vision of having my old dirty oil, my negative beliefs, flushed and cleaned out, and then new oil, positive affirmations just flooding in. Yes. We could get into the tranny fluid and all the other stuff, but we'll just stick with oil right now. So a couple of weeks ago, I participated in our wonderful winter solstice celebration as our PCC players, as I call them, performed a playlet written by Caroline Perini and Reverend Veronica, and directed by the talented and fabulous Caroline Perini. So one of the characters of the playlet was Louise Hay, beautifully portrayed by Marjorie, and who was considered a modern-day mystic who brought the science of mind to pop culture consciousness. How many of you have you read You Can Heal Your Life? That's what I thought. Well, guess who hadn't read it yet? I didn't really know who she was. I knew of the book, and I'd never read that seminal work. So I picked up the book from the library just a couple days ago, and it is fascinating. Her style is so matter-of-fact. Her life story and her discovery of the science of mind principles just utterly compelling. So she describes her sessions with clients as she became a sought-after practitioner in New York City and how the same problems everyone experiences boils down to my body doesn't work, my relationships don't work, my finances don't work, my life doesn't work. Does anybody relate to that? Okay. So she explains that no matter what the problem seems to be, there's only one thing she works on with these clients, and that is loving the self. Love is the miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives, and this is the central issue. So no matter what all the other things we think are going on, let's say it again. Love is the miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives. I love the Spanish word for miracles too, milagros. Hay continues, we can put all our energy into dissolving the whole thing just on that premise, not loving the self, if that's the kernel of what the problems are. So this lack of self-love comes from a negative, limited belief that we received from a very young age. Can you guess what that message is? I am not good enough. Mind-blowing, right? I absolutely 100% know this to be true, but I forgot. I'm experiencing my own dark night of the soul as I face some health challenges, so I needed this reminder big time. My reaction to these conditions are, curse my genetic heritage. I'm flawed. I come from genetically flawed people. So who's surprised by my story? I didn't try hard enough. I never took good enough care of myself. I never ate right, never exercised enough. If only I'd tried harder, I wouldn't be in this situation. Sounds a lot like I'm not good enough and I don't love myself, doesn't it? So Louise Hay tells us that removing the negative beliefs from your consciousness, the ones that keep you from loving yourself and making you feel good enough, is essential, right? Writes Hay, 2 mental patterns contribute to dis-ease, which he consistently puts dis-ease, fear and anger, thoughts that poison the body. She continues, we must learn to substitute faith for fear if we are to heal. Faith in what? She asks. Faith in life, she answers. She goes on to say, I believe that we live in a yes universe. Science of Mind 101, right? The universe totally supports every thought we choose to think and to believe. So if we think poverty, the universe says yes to that. If we think prosperity, the universe says yes to that. Am I right? Yes. So think and believe you have the right to be healthy and that health is natural to who we are, and the universe will support and say yes to this belief. Bam. So simple. And why and how do I make things so complicated over and over again? So let us go within. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I am always divinely guided and protected. It is safe for me to look within myself. It is safe for me to let go of limiting negative beliefs, past, present, and future, and know fearlessly and without a doubt that I am enough. I choose to recognize the magnificence of my being. I am totally willing to love myself, accept myself, forgive myself. All is well in my world. I'm going to say that again. I choose to recognize the magnificence of my being. I am totally willing to love myself, accept myself, forgive myself. All is well in my world. And I ask you to join me in saying together, and so it is.
Yeah, we believe in things we cannot see. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Hands that heal can set a chained man free. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? And we believe there's peace within every heart. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Burning brightly, brightly in the dark. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? So come on, darling, feel your spirits rise. Come on, children, open up your eyes. God is all around, Buddha's at the gate. Allah hears your prayer. It's not too late. Yeah, we believe in things that give us hope. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Let your voice be heard. Celebrate your vote. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? And we believe in things that make us all the same. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Love belongs to all those in deed and in aim. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? So come on, darling, feel your spirits rise. Come on, children, open up your eyes. God is all around, Buddha's at the gate. Allah hears your prayer. It's not too late. Yeah, we believe in things that can't be done. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Lift up your heart, put down that gun. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? So come on, darling, feel your spirits rise. Come on, children, open up your eyes. God is all around, Buddha's at the gate. Allah hears your prayer. It's not too late. God is all around, Buddha's at the gate. Allah hears your prayer. It's not too late. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? Yeah, we believe in things we cannot see. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we?
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Let's give them some more love. Our music team right here. So blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed indeed. Well, good morning, Pacific Coast. So good to see you. This is, I don't know what the timeline is when you stop saying Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. This is my first Sunday in the new year, so I get to say that. Thank you for being here. And yes, today, thank you, Gina. What a great talk. Great lead up into right where I'm going. So that was perfect. That was really perfect. And yes to the class. If you haven't signed up for the class, today's the day. Today's the day indeed. And we are going to go deeper into these principles and talk about how do they work in our lives and how can we work them. And so please join us on Tuesday nights. And life is better when we're in class. Yes? Yes, absolutely. All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about the universe is always saying yes. It is always saying yes to that which we put out into the world. And it's not just the one thought. It's the repetitive thought patterns, the repetitive emotional patterns that we put out into the world. And so that's what I want to talk about, because we're going to start with this quote here from Ernest Holmes, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. I don't think Ernest will mind too much, but there is a power for good in the universe that resides within you and I. And you can use it, and you can allow it to use you. And I say yes to that. Yes, absolutely. That's my part. I say, how do we let it use us? And that is from our own. You know, the universe is always saying yes, but it's up to us to say yes to the universe, to allow ourselves to be the divine, instrument of God and for God. So that is another version of yes, and I say yes. I say yes, and baby says yes, absolutely. I think I'm just going to let baby guide me today. So what does this mean, that the universe is always saying yes? How does the law work? The law is always saying yes. So the law that we're talking about is this impersonal, infinite field of potentiality. It's impersonal. You know the saying, the sun shines on the just and the unjust. So it's impersonal. It doesn't matter where you came from, what you did, what you didn't do. The law is impersonal. It likes to say yes. It's reflective, and it's universal, everywhere present. And if you look at this picture, this is the law saying yes. It's the reflection on the water. That is a perfect example of the law saying yes. It's reflective. So I have another metaphor, if you will, of how the law says yes. And Matt's going to put a video on for us. This is kind of fun way to look at another way that the law says yes. So enjoy. It might bring you back to your childhood days. So as you can remember, the days of Play-Doh, right? So this is a press, right? Remember that? And look at all these shapes and tools and cookie cutters that we can use to play with the Play-Doh. Remember, we used to roll it out and put the cookie cutters out. And so the Play-Doh itself is God. Look at all the different colors of God, infinite potentiality. And so we're putting this Play-Doh, God, within us. We're that little press. And look, the universe says yes to spaghetti, orange spaghetti, right? So there's orange, so we must have in our consciousness somewhere orange spaghetti. But if you change the filter that which you are looking through, and you put a different, you've been doing a lot of different meditation, and so now, oh my God, now the universe is saying yes to purple strip things. I don't know what those are called. Yes, so that's another way. So then maybe you're doing some more meditation and taking classes, and you're having changes in consciousness, and now you're seeing life in a different way. Oh my God, now we're having green square spaghetti because we're seeing life through another filter. Thank you so much, Matt, for that demonstration. Yes, because we are, look at, I brought props today. Because this is us, we're receptive. We receive God through this press. And but our job is to work on this part of us. This is the part that we have control over. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as that sounds, okay? I'm not going to make it like, let's just switch it over and have spaghetti now. No, this is a little bit more involved, okay? Because we have what we know, right? I know that something about myself, and I'm trying to change it, right? Whatever that may be. I'm trying to change, my eating habits so that I'll feel better, so I'll have more energy. So I know that. But there are things stored in our subconscious mind that we don't know about. And they are making impressions on our consciousness and giving us the purple spaghetti that we don't want, okay? And there are impressions upon us in society. There's a global consciousness, right, that impresses upon us as well, that we don't know that it's doing it. Like girls wear pink and boys wear blue. Where did that come from, right? It's been impressed upon us, and you go to a baby shower and there's pink and there's blue and the clothes are pink. That was a learned behavior from societal consciousness that impresses upon us, that causes us to take action based on that impression. So if that's impressing upon us, what else? Do you ever wonder, why did I just do that? Why did I just say that? Why did I just buy that? Or, whatever it is that is impressing upon you, because they're like cookie cutters. They're cookie cutters in our consciousness. So what do we do? How do we change this? The law is impersonal. It responds equally to love or to fear, to clarity or to confusion, to self-compassion or to self-rejection, as Gina said. So, if we want, what is this? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Hang on a second. Let me find one that I read. A star. If we want a star in our life, we want the starlight, but we get a fish. We're like, where did that fish come from? Well, that fish can come from, ancestral belief systems that you don't even know about. You keep getting a fish. I keep getting a fish. Why isn't my life working? God. Well, that's where the work comes in. Like we talked about, we do the shadow work. We look at the areas of our life that are our blind spots, because these things exist, but we don't see them. We're like, what is going on? But they're there, but we can't see them. And how do they get shown to us? Usually in relationships, or people show them to us. People are reflective. We think it's them. Darn it. They're reflecting back to us our consciousness so that we can either grow or step back, right? Go backwards. We can grow or we can blame. So, knowing that this is true, let me go back here. How do we apply this? Okay, so let's apply this to everyday life. There's thought patterns that we have of shame, right? There's everybody has it. I've had it just recently. A matter of fact, probably this morning. It just comes, especially because we want life to be different than it is, and it's a lot of times I'll take responsibility. I'll like, I wish I would have, I should have, and all of that inner conversation. And the internal belief pattern is that something is wrong with me, that I am flawed, broken, or unworthy, as Gina brought up, or that I'm the problem. Do you ever have any of those thoughts? Oof. Right. And how they reflect out into the world is I feel unseen or unchosen. So this is all silently going on inside, right? I feel somebody says something and all of a sudden I feel invisible. I get repeated patterns of rejection. This is how shame shows up, the cookie cutter of shame. Shows up as diminished vitality or diminished confidence, and it shows up as circumstances that seem to confirm that I don't matter. You ever have those, oh, that happened again. I don't matter. I'm not important. And it could be a random experience of someone just saying something and it reflects back to you that I don't matter, even though that's not what they meant. But they're reflecting it back to you. Here it is again, Veronica. Here's that pattern. I don't matter. Here it is. I'm the problem. And so if it keeps getting reflected back to me, that means I can do something about it. And it takes practice and it takes work. Here's another example. I love these two because you know what? They're popular in human consciousness. Shame and blame, right? So now shame is internal, blame is external. So the thought patterns that we have, I have no power here. The cause is outside of me. And you are the problem outside of me. Those are blame patterns. It's so easy to go into blame. That sometimes is my first go-to is blame. Oh, they did that, and now it's affecting me. It's human nature. But what it shows up in life as, the reflection is repeated conflicts, feeling powerless, being a victim. We have cycles of resentment. And the same problem keeps showing up with different people. Yes. Right? That's a good indication, that reflection of that cookie cutter in your consciousness. Now, this is not to judge. This is the key to freedom. Because when we can see these patterns that are repeating, when you start to feel these patterns of powerlessness and victimhood, instead of we ride that wave for a little while. Just give yourself grace. I'm going to feel that feeling for a little while. But then you interrupt the pattern, and that's where you have power. That's where you can start re-patterning in your consciousness. You can start replacing those thought patterns with new thought patterns, but you have to interrupt them first. You have to interrupt them. And so we can do a reframe. When we're experiencing any of those feelings that we don't want, we can say, something in my consciousness is asking to be seen and healed and repatterned. You can just catch yourself. It's a repatterning so that because we know the universe says yes, and it is reflective, and it is impersonal, it doesn't care how good we are. I've been a good girl. This shouldn't be happening to me. Well, there's something going on right here that we can't see. Even if we're good, even if we do everything right, and I do all my meditation, I do all my prayers, and I eat right, and I'm gluten-free, and I did this and that, and then I still get the same fish. It's so if I can start to look at the patterns that I don't like as gifts from God to set myself free, that I am knowing that something in consciousness is asking to be seen, healed, and repatterned so that I can grow and evolve into a greater expression of God, a greater expression of love, a greater expression of freedom. When those patterns show up inside of me, although it looks like they're occurring outside of me, I know they're inside of me because I'm feeling them. I can stop and pause. Because if I can repattern my consciousness, the universe will reflect a whole new life for me. All of a sudden, these people who were shaming me or making me feel less than, or they weren't making me feel, they were reflecting back to me the pattern that's no longer there. So now what's going to be reflected back to me? Ooh, that's exciting, isn't it? Yes, I think it is. I think it is. Because what could it be? We get to create that. But what we have to do is, and Gina, you hit it right on the nail. We were like vibing today. We create a new thought pattern. I can love that part of me that learned that pattern. Shame and blame's a learned pattern. That's not the truth of who we are. It's a learned pattern when we're measuring ourselves up to the outside world, when we don't remember the truth of who we are. So I can love that part of me that learned the shame or the blame. Love is the answer. Because as we love ourselves and say, oh, okay, hang on, there it is. Now, a lot of times we just want to go straight to love. We're like, oh, there's blame. Oh, I love myself. Okay, hang on a second. It's a little bit more than that, because that we can call that spiritual bypass, right? We don't want to use that tool as a spiritual bypass, because it's not conscious love when you're dismissing the pain, pretending harm didn't happen, don't name the pattern, don't change your behavior, and don't include the body. So when you're feeling those feelings, the first thing you want to do, where am I feeling it? It brings it to you. Where am I present in the moment? Where am I feeling it? And from there, you've now become conscious of that pattern, and you love the pattern. You love that part of you. You know, all these quote unquote, we call them negative emotions. I think we should call it, switch it up. We're going to call it positive emotions. You know why? Because they help us grow. Isn't that what we want? We should call them positive. Oh my God, there's that shame again. Woo! All right, here we go. I know that I'm going to embrace, when I embrace that part of me, that practice either, feels that shame inside of me, when I embrace it, I'm just moving into a greater level of love. So we would really look at how we frame things, because when we frame something as negative, we don't want to participate in it because it's negative. When we can embrace the parts of us that quote unquote, aren't desirable or what have you, what I'll call them being human, right? The parts of us that mean we're being human, then that helps us step to the next level. All these shames and unworthiness, all they are like our little children all lining up to be loved. They're just lining up. Want a big hug, because that's what we wanted, right, when we were a kid. We just wanted to be held and loved. So that's where those patterns started to form. And some patterns were even before that, so we're not going to even go there. But we just know we have unconscious patterns. So we can start working on when they start to show up, we pause and we notice where is it in our body so that we can love it and hold it just like the child. Just give to yourself that which you needed at that time. What would you give to a small child who is crying, or a small child who comes up to you and they stick their big lip out and they're really sad and they come and they're trying? What would you do to that child? You would love them and embrace them, and you bring it internal to yourself, and you will change your patterning, and the universe will say yes, and you will have a different reflection, an experience of life. And I'm not even going to say it takes time, because you know what? It's like reverse. You ever heard of Jenga? Jenga, you take the things out so slowly and you don't want the thing to fall down. Well, in reverse Jenga, you take the square at the bottom and you pull it out and the whole thing collapses. That's what we want, because that whole unconscious thought pattern will collapse when you pull out that the pattern and you love it. All the trickle-down effect, domino effect, that reflective pattern in your life will collapse, and you have a new life, and you have a new you. I say yes to that. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It can be done. It can be done. I use the I love me practice all the time. As soon as I start to feel anything that doesn't feel good in my body, or if I'm feeling shame or not unworthy, I stop in my tracks, and I've been repatterning myself for about 4 years now. And it's changed how I see myself and how I see life. So this is what love would ask. What am I afraid to admit? What is my part in this? Where do I feel this in my body? And what does my nervous system need right now? Our nervous system is really like our children that I was talking to you about, the children that line up to be loved and hugged. That's our nervous system. Our nervous system is just full of children waiting and wanting to be loved. Because when we start loving ourselves, it changes our nervous system. and we start to feel safe. We start to feel safe in this world because we're not having the fight or flight as much, because our nervous system starts to calm down, and we can just live from that place of safety. Oh, doesn't that feel good? That feels really good. And so you might be wondering, because I've been wondering this myself, the universe always says yes. The universe always says yes. It's a reflective and impersonal universe. So then I think about Nicole Renee Good, beautiful woman in Minneapolis, and I think about, makes me stop in my tracks, does it not? Like, what is this? What is this a reflection of? What is it can I take responsibility for in consciousness? Not again, this is not blame, okay? There's so many factors, unknown and unknown, that we don't know of the whys of this happen. But what I do know when I look at it, there is this pattern in humanity that this control and dominant pattern in our society, and it's a repeated pattern for centuries to control and dominate. It's been here forever. Wars have been fought. Many have died from it. And when you think about it, when you look outside of yourself and you say, how can I change that? It's so big. Well, within each and every one of us, you might not agree with me, but you might. There is a part of us that likes to control and dominate. We don't want to admit that. But you know what? That's the good news. That's not the negative news. That's the good news, because what can we do about that? We can love the part of us that likes to control and dominate people. We can find a place in our hearts, because that's how we change the outside world. When we heal it inside of us, the reflection will be a different world. But we have to do it one person at a time. And when we elevate our vibration where that is not a dominant pattern in our life, then we heal the people around us just by our own healing. It's like contagious. It's contagious. So when we can look at that part of us, that's a big one. That's a big one for all, because sometimes we feel safe when we can control. There's a facade of safety with control. So that's a big one to heal. So I invite you to look at that. And is that a pattern that resides within you? Is it a frequent pattern? Even if it's an infrequent pattern. Even if you're saying, oh, I don't have that. Maybe, perhaps there could be the possibility that it might be there. So you start getting curious about it. So that when we heal it within ourselves, the universe says yes, and we reflect a world that respects each other. We reflect a world of love. We reflect a world that listens to each other and honors another person's perspective, like, oh, they have a different perspective than I do. Let me get curious about it. And from that place, we make a difference and we change this world. And so I love Iyanla Vanzant, and she says, transformation happens when we know our patterns and choose differently. When we know our patterns and choose differently. So this is the year for cleaning up, my friends. When we start looking at these patterns with compassion for ourselves, with love for ourselves, and with grace, because we are divine expressions of God doing our best as humans. Doing our best as humans on this earth. And let's take a deep breath together and let it all go. And I just know right here and right now that the presence of God is working in, through, and as each and every one of us in divine and mysterious ways that we may not even understand. But what I do know and understand is that love is all there is. And that love resides within each and every one of us. And as we keep going to love, coming back to love, going, love is the answer. How can I love myself more? That love will express and be the experience of as our life individually, and it will spread collectively. And I say yes to that, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you.
I can change the world with my own two hands, make a better place with my own two hands, make a kinder place with my own two hands, with my own two hands, with my own two hands. I can make peace on earth with my own two hands. I can clean up the earth, Lord, with my own two hands. I can reach out to you with my own two hands, with my own two hands, with my own two hands. I'm gonna make it a brighter place, gonna make it a safer place, gonna help the human race with my own two hands. Hold you in my own two hands. I can comfort you, hey, with my own two hands. But you got to use your own two hands. Use your own two hands. Hey, use your own two hands, with our own two hands. Hey, yeah, with our own two hands. Gonna make it a brighter place, gonna make it a safer place, I'm gonna help the human race. Yeah, make it a brighter place. I can hold you, yeah, I can comfort you, hey, but you got to use your own two hands, yeah, use your own two hands, yeah, use your own two hands, use your own two hands, use your own two hands.
That was awesome. And what a wonderful message today, Reverend Veronica. Such a beautiful share. I'm grateful for the wisdom you've shared, and it just makes it so easy with the music and with your talk to move right into a time of gratitude and sharing. So thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, Reverend Veronica, again. I believe in making a difference. Do you believe in making a difference? I believe in making a difference. And one of the ways that we can all make a difference is by investing in these things that you want more of in the world. And I want more of this and this and this and this in the world. So please join me in our affirmation for today. We give with open hearts to this community with shared commitment and purpose. As we give, we prosper, cultivating growth, connection, and shared abundance for all. So it is. Ushers, would you please come forward? We have many ways that you can contribute to this amazing community and beyond. You can text to 562-501-4435, and I'll take you right to a donation link. You can donate on our website. There's a little button that you can click on, and you can use a QR code that we have up on the screen that will take you to Venmo. In addition, we have the baskets moving around that are being facilitated today by Janet, Florette, Cheryl, and Soren. Thank you to our ushers. And if you'd like to contribute by being an usher, please see Janet after service today. Thank you very much, all of our ushers. Practitioners, would you please stand? Woo, practitioners! We have the amazing gift of having such a strong group of practitioners who are here to pray with you right after service. If you go over to the Prayer Happens Here sign, you can meet with one of our practitioners for a little 3-minute miracle. If you have a little heaviness of heart or hardness of head, or maybe you just want to be supported in something that you want to celebrate, we have the practitioners that are available to meet with you today. Alternatively, we also have a prayer little sheet. If you want to fill this out and leave your prayer on this sheet, the practitioners will hold that in prayer for you this week as part of their prayers, and they'll even send you the prayer if you'd like. Thank you, practitioners. Valerie, please come and take out the light. Let us open the circle and take our light into the world with the intentions from today's service. Reverend Veronica, would you like to lead us in a benediction?
I would, yes. All right. Our music team, are you ready? All right. Okay, Pacific Coast, let's please rise if you are able. We're going to do our moving meditation, our moving benediction, so that we close our time together embodying this truth that we are life. Are you ready? Yes. All right, here we go. Pacific Coast, tell me what's happening. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Yes, and what is this thing? It is this thing called life. And where is this thing called life? Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. Life is all that we are. Now that we know where it's at, what do we do with it? I receive it, I am it, and I share it with all. And here's the fun part, right? Here's where the rubber hits the road, the crunchiness of life and the beauty of life all at one time. How do we share it? Just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Yes. All right, here we go. Feel it at the bottom of our feet, this thing called life. Feel it traveling up your legs, through your torso, your arms, your head, your heart. Let's say this together. Thank you, life. Woo, yes. Have a good week.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us be reminded, let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah.